All right, shalom.
Shalom.
First thing and foremost, we want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the elders, the apostles, the great millstone, and rule well. Peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Those in this gospel, broad lift the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. We're the brothers here at the GMS Kansas City branch, coming to you on this Pesach, Pesach prophecy is what we're going to call it, post-Passover prophecy. Just through the spirit, you know, he's watching different brothers and going into the prophecies and how the common kingdom is going to be glorious for the Israelites. But before we make it to the kingdom, it's a lot of things that we must face as far as being tried in the furnace, going through certain growth spurts in the truth that we got to undergo in order to be purified through this common tribulation period, which tribulation goes into trouble. But we got coronavirus. Slocky, we got quarantines, we got all sorts of prophecies that's coming to place. And Esau, man, like we always stated, the elite say will never let a good crisis go to waste. And this is a crisis that Esau is totally trying to capitalize off of because, hey, he's totally got the people. He's got their mindsets. He's got their attention. He's got their fear. And that's one thing a monster plays off of is fear. All right, so if you watch a horror movie, what gives the monster the power is the fact that the people are succumbing to this particular element that he's putting out there. And it's the same thing with this virus. Even though it is true, like China, we believe in that China, those citizens are being killed, they're being quarantined, they're being thrown in detention centers. But it's sometimes, you know, these things can be fabricated in some particular state too, but nonetheless, the prophecies are really what's speaking. Because let's just say if it is a state of emergency in California, but that's not the case, but the fact that it is, it's what it's looking like, the scriptures back that up. Okay, we're going to go into that, Lord's will, we got time, okay, because we just finished the Passover about an hour ago, which was still in the Passover season. We did the ceremony, the Shabbat services and things like that, and it's beautiful because the brothers are in unison of the spirit. You know, we assume that all camps are doing it today, so. But anyway, brothers, if y'all got any precepts, if not, we can start in 2nd Ezra 15th chapter. 2nd Ezra 15 and 16, hey, through the spirit, we're going to be on those particular two chapters heavy. Yeah, because that's prevalent for the time we live in, man, you know? Yeah. All right, so go ahead, brother.
I got, when we start Edges or going ahead in Psalms?
Whichever the spirit wants you to go into, bro. Psalms.
I'm going Psalms 34, because we're talking about how we're going to be tried. But this is Psalms 34, verse 19. It says, "Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but Yahweh delivereth him out of them all."
See, that's the spirit, because I was just meditating on that. You know, like brothers going through different ailments. And that's funny, because I texted the brother the scripture today. You know, he said he was going through things, and I say, hey, you got to stop focusing so much on your afflictions, because if you do that, you become complacent and you don't see the bigger picture. But that's a beautiful picture, a beautiful scripture, Salakia. You know, because, hey, we are being tried, and we are being afflicted, you know, for doing the right thing, doing the wrong thing, you know. You're going to get afflicted regardless of being in this truth, because that's the way that it's set up, because the scriptures say that gold that is being tried in a furnace. You know, so brothers going to go through certain things in this truth, even if they are doing the law, statutes, and commandments, and keeping the ways of Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai. You are going to still get, you know, you're going to go through things, because, hey, that's what makes you a soldier for Yahweh Shai. So those of you brothers out there, if you feel you ain't catching hell, you know, we really have to examine ourselves, you know. All right.
I got one more. I just seen this precept as you were speaking that.
Go ahead.
This is back up verse 17. "The righteous cry, and Yahweh heareth, and delivereth them out of all their troubles."
That's right, because hey, we call on the name of Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai. So the times we're coming in, hey, the prayer is gonna be, hey, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, deliver us, because hey, we're gonna have all sorts of death, destruction, confusion. You know, like when we was doing the Pesach, the brothers, his son, he said that as we was doing the prayers, he heard gunshots outside. And probably like 15 minutes after we shut down the ceremony, a freaking ambulance and flew past the complex, man.
Yeah, it had to been like probably 5, 6, 7 of them.
Yeah, and that's been heavy around this area lately, especially down this little strip outside of this complex. The cops are heavy around here. You know, so hey, judgment is starting, man. Whether they see it or not, judgment is gonna hit, and it's gonna be on a whole different scale, man. Because we got a feeling that this Passover things are gonna turn up heavily in the spirit. You know.
I got something to go with bros.
Go ahead, brother.
This is Acts 14 verse 22. It says, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of the Most High.
That's it. It says must. So that's a must. That's a mandatory must. It ain't no possibility. We gonna go through some things. We're going through things now. When brothers come into this truth, your affliction started from the day you were born, but it's acknowledged when you get in this truth, because now you have an insight on why this is happening. Versus before, you didn't know. You didn't know, why is this happening to me? What is this? Why do it seem like I got bad luck? But when you come into the truth, the scriptures make it clear this is why you're going through things, man. You know? So through all hell breaking loose out here in the streets of America, from martial law to the FEMA camps to quarantine zones, to the point that the brothers we was talking about that movie, The Flu, and basically, man, they were just offing people. Same thing in the movie, The Crazies. The government, they dropped a biological weapon on the people. You know, they mutated this particular virus to infiltrate people's like DNA, and they just completely turned to monsters. And the government would just justify them killing them. They was gunning down people that wasn't even sick. Like the chick, when she ran out of the house because they hemmed her son up, they shot him down, and she ran over there to console him. They blew the back of her head off, and she wasn't even sick.
Yeah, that was the movie 28 Days Later too. Was just as bad too.
Yeah.
Especially how fast like they came down and just switched over. It was like kind of like a zombie movie, but they was bugged out.
See.
And just how fast that shit go, and then in the military too. And that movie was just starting to shoot people, gun people down, because to the point to where they had cured the infection in the whole city, cleared it all out. Everybody that had it just wasted away and died off. But then when we got ready to reintroduce the people, they brought a dumb move, brought an affected person in there, and the shit spread like wildfire again. And they had to just mow everybody down and nuke the whole fucking city.
But see, that makes sense, because what was that princess ship that was quarantined?
Yeah.
And Diamond Princess ship, and then on top of that, Esau's stupid ass, he get the Americans that was over there in Wuhan and bring them back to the United States.
Yep, and now U.S. got it over there.
And you wonder why you got cases that spreading rapidly, man. They show you that
you have troops that are abroad too, that get discharged from station abroad and come home all the time.
Yep.
So they out here spreading that shit too.
Yeah.
So it's all leading up to much death to take place in America. That's what it's all leading up to. You know, because these are the plagues Yahweh Shai prophesied of. You know, we're the men that's coming out as a reminder of the Most High's ways, to tell you that these things are coming, like the scripture Jeremiah 28, the prophets that have been before me prophesied both of these things, man. You know, we've been saying these things for years now, and it's very heavy now. All the things we've been saying is coming to pass.
God.
And that's a spirit, because me and the brother
Start with the apostles on down, Salak.
Me and the brother just did a lesson that day talking about how the plagues are back again. And we look at the history of the scriptures during the time of Exodus. You had so much plagues that were happening leading up into the final plague, which was the death angel of Yahweh Shai coming to smite the firstborn. So it's the spirit, because all those things happened up to the point to where the Passover was created. And upon the Passover, it begins the new year. And so right after that, things really turned up. More miracles happened. Once our deliverance happened, more massive death took place to wipe out these people.
Right after the Passover was the firstborn was smitten.
That's right.
You know, because like brother said, before the Passover happened, Egypt was already getting fucked up.
Yep.
Egypt was getting, you know, the rivers were turning into blood. They had a plague of frogs, a plague of mosquitoes, you know, things of that nature. Their cattle was getting fucked with.
Yep.
And frogs are poisonous, bro.
Yeah.
Toads are poisonous.
That's right.
Yeah.
They affect the water that they get in from the excretions from their skin. There's certain frogs you can pick up, and you just catch an element just by touching them.
Yeah, so
you got
Lord's
poison
will,
dart frogs and all types of shit.
constantly like the Lord's will, this Passover mirrors the Passover of the ancient world in Egypt, man,
God.
to where
That's
all
the spirit.
hell's gonna break loose and shit happens in society. Because, like brothers was saying before the lesson, man, brothers are rejoicing at the fact that these things are happening. We're not scared. The only thing we're scared of is the judgment of the Most High, because we know the Most High can touch us too.
Right.
So that's what we're scared of if the Most High messes with us. But the simple fact of the matter is we're not panicking like the rest of these people out here because they don't have no faith in the Most High. We believe that the Most High is going to protect us.
Right.
As long as we continue in His word, He's going to shield us from the danger. You know, like these people getting ate by wild beasts and things of that nature. These people are about to get fucked up because they wicked as hell. We got all these homosexuals out here, man. All these Edomites that oppressed our people, they about to get fucked up. These plagues ain't come for no reason.
Right.
Because you goddamn devils out here rape, robbed, and murdered to get America, man.
Right.
You rape, robbed, and murdered the Native Americans, and you enslaved the Southern Kingdom, which is the Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, man. You fucking devils got to pay for that. So that's why you getting smoked. That's why you getting the fucking coronavirus, and you out here coughing up your lungs. You fucking bastards.
That's right, bro. Let me bring this out real quick, Baba Kushal. This is the book of Exodus 7 and 16. It says, "And thou shalt say unto him, Yahweh, the power of the Hebrews, has sent me unto thee, saying, Let my people go, that they may serve me in the wilderness. And behold, hereto thou wouldest not hear." Okay? So you're not hearkening to the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Alright? The modern day Pharaoh, which is Esau. And the regular people, the 2/3, the undesirables that the brother just mentioned. The reason why they're getting sick and all this type of cancer and death and diseases is because you're not hearkening to the voice of the Most High. And you fucking with the Lord's anointed. And it says, "Thus says Yahweh, in this thou should know that I am Yahweh. Behold, I will smite with the rod that is in my hand upon the waters which are in the river, and they shall be turned to blood." Okay, and you got rivers that's turning into blood all over the world right now, man. You know, Esau try to make it some type of narrative about some type of algae or dye. Look, man, that's spiritual, man.
Yep.
Okay, because even if it is some type of algae or some type of amount of the water, the Most High is using physical substance to bring it, to send a message, man.
Yeah.
Because that's part of the plagues.
Yeah, because in the day,
That's right.
Regardless of how it happens, even if it isn't physically blood, it looks like blood. That's the point is still there. It's a blood river, like the one that happened over in Oklahoma. I believe it was last year, or year before last. You know, Oklahoma has red dirt, and they say, "Oh, well, this is a red dirt." No, man, that it don't always look like that.
Trying to write it off.
Trying to write it off like, no, that was a straight up blood river that happened in Oklahoma, man. People don't want to accept it because they don't want to accept the judgment that's going forth. Because at the end of the day, hey, after this Passover happened, this is the new year. This is new shit. New plagues is about to happen now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the judgment finna turn up on you motherfuckers out there,
That's
man.
right.
Every last one of you people that ain't right, you 2/3 out there, you Edomites, you heathens, you finna get it, man. Your
Right.
time has come to naught,
God,
you know?
God, as we look at the plagues that was going forth last Passover, you had what
You got more
the economic shutdown, the government shutdown, shit that was shaking Jake up.
Yeah.
You know, people wasn't getting paid. They was worried about making money. You had jobs. The economy took a big hit right before last Passover. You had a big plague of the economic shit. Now this year, you got the Dow tumbling like 2,000 points within a 1 week span. Then you got the coronavirus. You got fucking these big time celebrities being taken out. Kobe Bryant's helicopter crashing. You got wildfires in Australia. The entire continent from satellite footage is on fire, man.
The airline industry.
Yep.
They said they lost billions of dollars in weeks because people been canceling flights. Nobody's going out.
Yep.
It makes sense though. I mean, yeah. Come and think about it, man. Hey, I might have to cancel the flight.
Right.
Yeah.
Just like we went into Kent, man. Northern Italy is out of there, man. They quarantining all of Northern Italy, man. So the motherfuckers can't get in and out. They said if they must, the military will enforce the quarantine. That means if you people, no matter how starving, sick you get, or restless, you try to leave, they're gonna shoot your ass, man.
Gun you down.
You fucking Italian devils.
Yeah, come.
Mm-hmm.
And it says here, verse 18, it says, "And the fish that is in the river shall die, and the river shall stink, and the Egyptians shall loathe to drink the water of the river. And the Lord spake unto Moses, and said unto Aaron, Take thy rod, and stretch out thy hand upon the waters of Egypt, and upon their streams, and upon their rivers, and upon their ponds, and upon all their pools of water, that they may become blood, and that there may be blood throughout all the land of Egypt, both in vessels of wood and in vessels of stone. Okay? So that's the point, the plagues, okay? And we're living in the time of the plagues, that you people are getting ready to get smoked. Judgment, like the brother said out there in Italy, they said we're gonna force a quarantine on you. If you do not comply, that means that we're gonna activate you through force. So therefore,
so like, but and it said that part that they quarantining is the head of Italy's industry, man, of their industrial zone. So all their money down the drain.
And they wasn't doing too hot to begin with.
Oh yeah, they was already in trouble.
nah, because that part of the weaker half of the 10 toes.
Yeah, and it's spiritual too because that goes back to Rome, man. Rome is in Italy. That's the chief seat of you Edomites, man.
Yep.
That was one of your main areas where you conquered and pillages and sent out your troops to conquer the world. So now that place is getting jacked up.
I got a quick one. This is Psalms 19:9. It says, "The fear of the Lord is clean, enduring forever. The judgments of the Lord are true and righteous altogether." So all you people that are dying, that are from coronavirus, it's righteous, man. It's not because he was such a good guy, he didn't deserve to die. Man, that nigga's supposed to die, man.
Right, yeah.
He had it coming to him, man.
Yeah, because that's the world perception of judgment. Like, it's a sad thing.
Yeah.
He didn't deserve it.
It's based on you a good person or
Yeah,
not.
he should have lived another 5 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look, everybody dropping the way when they supposed to drop.
Yep.
Yeah, the nigga was licking male ice cream cones, man. You know? That's the problem with you people. Like the scriptures say, the heart is deceitful above all things. It's because what a person appears to be on the outside, what is he on the inside, man? Because you can have the most nicest moral person in the world, but he can be the most detestable piece of shit in his heart, man.
Right.
That's why the scriptures say that a man's righteousness is filthy rags, man.
I'll quote a recent video we went over. If you have any humanity,
Please turn yourself in. But he said, because he's going to walk Milton. Look, nigga, don't take an acting class, all right?
Right.
Whosoever perish being innocent, man. Whether it be in Wuhan, whether it be that F in New York, man. They all had it coming to them, man.
Yeah.
And we not supposed to shed tears over the judgment that's passed, man. We just say, better you than me.
Right.
Yeah, that big baby Huey looking nigga talking all that bullshit. Talking about because his lover, he said, babe.
Right.
That's why we gotta get out of here, man.
Hey, that's why you Jakes, man. That's why, hey, Jacob's trouble is the perfect destruction for you.
Yeah,
just
it's the remedy.
That's the remedy for a bunch of sickness. Look, man, like they say, Galata goddamn vampire. That's the remedy to you 2/3, man. Jacob's trouble is gonna clean you Negroes right up.
Yep.
That's gonna be the cleaning agent to cure cancer, man.
Yep.
So Jacob's trouble is really needed.
Yeah, it's like a spiritual chemo.
Yeah, God,
man.
Jacob's trouble was needed, man. It's needed.
That's right.
The purge is needed here,
Yeah, yeah.
That's right.
and the purge is coming to a city near you. All right.
Scriptures say wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, man. It has to be a remedy.
Hey,
Yeah, precept real quick.
yeah, when you done with that, somebody, if y'all ain't got nothing, give me the book of Ezekiel, the 7th chapter.
I got you.
Somebody hold Ezekiel, and then somebody also get Isaiah 19.
Kind of like this goes exactly with how Israel's gonna get jacked up, because this is Isaiah 1:21. It says, "How has the faithful city become a harlot? It was full of judgment, righteousness lodged in it, but now murderers."
So Jake was once righteous, bro.
Yeah.
Righteous. It says the city, how she become a harlot, like a faithful woman. Like, it's just like, say for instance, right? You meet that girl, that woman, you know, nostalgia is a heavy thing. Because you can never go back into the dog days of summer or youth of life. But let's say when you were younger, you had that particular thing you was interested in, and it was so pure to the point that when you see it today, it's just like, only thing you can do is reminisce on the purity of it.
Yep. Won't be the same.
When you look at it now, it's like, what the hell? It's just like when you meet the chick you really like, the first thing is like beyond no other. Because it's just a new experience, it's something special about it. But as the time progresses, it just become rotten.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck is this? And that's what the Lord is saying about Israelites, man. He said a city of murderers. Murderers, bro, that's a heavy word. A murderer. If you're a murderer, you're not justified.
Yeah. That's right.
You're not justified, man. And the Lord equated the 2/3 to murderers, man. Like, what's the dude, Shooter Shells from Chicago? They shot the nigga.
Let that blood be upon
Upon
us
us
and
and
our
our
children.
children,
Those are the murderers right there.
Yeah.
How many Jakes that you know or that you hear about in the road that just murder people like it's nothing?
They up
They out there, bro. They call them hitters.
there. Yeah. Now they promoting the word demon. You know, out there in Chicago, like, he's a real demon in these streets. Well, hey, you are.
You are a demon. You straight from the pits of hell.
That's right.
I got this.
It says, it's a little bit more on this. It says, thy silver is become dross, thy wine mixed with water. See? So like that basically means the wickedness within our nation, you niggas, man. Because you transgress the ways of the Heavenly Father, you going off. Like silver is supposed to have a shine to it. Once it gets dross, drossy, it means it's the rust around it, it's getting impurities within it. You know?
It ain't worth shit.
Kind. It says, thy princes are rebellious and companions of thieves. Everyone loveth gifts and follow after rewards. They
Jake, man.
Hey, that's heavy.
Hey, that Jake at camp today.
Oh yeah.
All he cared about was the bag. He thought the bag would make him happy and actually fulfill him, man.
His thing is, you shouldn't complain if you get millions of dollars.
Right.
No matter if you catch a undesirable with a banana peel up his rectum.
Right.
You niggas, man, are detestable. That's why, hey, if you don't catch the coronavirus, you gonna catch something else. Probably the missiles, man. Because, hey, 2/3 of you Jakes, you really deserving of the missiles, man.
Right.
Because the missiles was the real plague that's gonna hit this place. And if you left here, you gonna get it. Go ahead.
It says, they judge not the fatherless, neither doth the cause of the widow come unto them. And that widow is Israel, man. Because Israel was long without the husband, which is Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So they don't sit there and, you know, are grieved for our nation as a whole.
Yeah.
They sit there and think about Black history and they celebrate Black History Month. They rejoice at that shit, but our history is nothing but pain and suffering.
Yeah.
You should be angered at what the fuck the so-called white man did to our nation, man.
Right.
The cause of the children of Israel isn't being heard by the niggas in the world. Because they don't care.
Especially the rich Jakes like Mike. You think Michael Jordan crying over niggas dying over his shoes, man? He just counting the bread that just came out. He don't give a fuck about, you know, that young man's life that was killed over some shoes, man.
The only ones that's judging the cause of the widow is the elect, the brothers on the highways and byways, man. Because we sitting there going into the scriptures and condemning Esau for his actions against our nation. And the rest of these nations, what they did, telling them they're going into slavery. That's judging the cause of the people. Because we sitting there, okay, Esau, you did this to us, but and bam, bam, wham, wham. You know, we telling him that he must pay for his infractions against our nation. So that's judging the cause of the widow. Because if you sit there and take the reward from this devil, you can no longer speak on it. Because like all these sellouts and people like Creflo Dollar, they get the money so they can no longer speak against the atrocities of our people. Because they will have to come against the same men that gave them the fucking money. Whose face is on the goddamn dollar bills? It's Esau, Edom. So they have to take that reward, and now they no longer want to talk about the suffering and affliction of our people, man. You niggas in the world and these celebrities that got money, you only represent 1% of the fucking nation, man.
Right.
The rest of 99.9% of Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are suffering, man. We're suffering, we're downtrodden, we're in the ghettos. You niggas don't got nothing to say about it.
Right.
You know? It's a little bit more. It says, verse 24, therefore saith the Lord of hosts, the mighty one of Israel, I will ease of my adversaries and will avenge me of my enemies. So the Lord is saying he's going to kill you for that, man. All you sellouts, the wicked ones of our nation, he's saying he's going to kill you. He's going to avenge himself of all those that be his enemies.
Yep.
And it's happening now, coronavirus. I imagine that half of the people that died now, they're Israelites. Whether they in China or not. because you know they're wicked as hell.
Yeah.
You know, it says, and I will turn my hand upon thee and purely purge away thy dross and take away all thy sin.
That's right, man.
All thy tin, Salakia. And that's like, because I brought that up because your brother mentioned the purge. The purge is coming in a real way. It ain't for no reason Esau put that movie called The Purge, quote unquote, The Purge. Where do you think he got it from? He got it from the scriptures. Because the purge is going to happen when the wickedness of the nation of Israel gets purged out. Like us brothers, our wickedness is being purged out by process of being in the truth. You know? So we won't receive those stripes when, you know, Yahweh Shem Yahshua brings the hammer down. You know, we pray every day that we don't receive that judgment. You know? But it is going to come to where no ands, if or buts, the Most High is going to judge the nation. And if you ain't right, like most of these niggas, they going to die, man.
Yeah. Scripture say he going to start at his house. Start at his sanctuary, man.
I got a precept
That's
real
it.
quick.
That's it on mine.
This is the book of Micah 3:1. It says, and I said, here I pray you, O heads of Jacob, and you princes of the house of Israel. Is it not for you to know judgment? Okay, so is it not for you to understand the oracles of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, to get Jake some type of chance, some type of hope? Even if it ain't reaching them, it's going to reach the men who it's meant to reach. But like the brother went into, you guys, you take the purse, you take the bag, then you turn a blind eye to Esau's wickedness, which is totally perverting the scriptures.
Yep.
Because the scriptures say, man, you're not supposed to suffer sin among your brothers. So you lying to them and you telling them this is okay. Like you go to church, they give you a motivational sermon.
Yeah.
They say, look, you go to the altar, pray for something material. But what did we just say during the Passat? We say pray for things spiritual. Now if you need money sincerely, then ask the Lord to give you your daily bread. But you ain't supposed to ask that you put in a damn cheat code and then a damn fucking Maserati fall out the sky.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No, it don't work that way. You pray for spiritual things. That's to show you that you're in the right spirit. But these men that take what we call the bug out bag, the purse, because obviously they're bugging out because for the simple fact they don't believe in the spiritual aspect of this thing.
Yep.
Like the dude at the camp today. He gonna say, oh man, I just want the money. Well, go get the money, man. But money does not equate with happiness because they say more money, more problems.
Yep.
Right.
Because when you get more money, you start to adapt a bigger lifestyle. You start to want more. Then before you know it, what you have isn't enough. This TV ain't big enough. I need something I need a movie theater or something. Then that ain't big enough. Because all the shit in the world is nothing but instant gratification. That's all it is. It's just for a moment.
Yep.
Like the elites are doing what they do, even though they're desperately wicked. But they got all the money in the world, so they're like, you know what? We don't need no more money. We just watch people torture. We get off by watching people suffer.
Yeah. Another example too is Floyd, man. Why you think they talking about Floyd trying to do another fight? Because 50 called it out saying he can't afford his lifestyle.
Yeah, nigga is going to Gucci every day. Got all types of bitches that he paying for their lifestyle.
Yeah, nigga, why you got 36 Maybachs, man? That's
What's
stupid,
the point?
man.
Niggas, you can't drive 36 cars at the same time.
And that's
Yeah.
what's crazy. All he got to do is sell the shit that he already got. He gonna be back on board.
You see, he's so much of a nigga, he gonna want to sell it for more than what it's worth.
Yep.
That's how much of a nigga he is.
Trying to keep up
He ain't
with
gonna
the
say, well, look, I got 200 million in bank account. I got a, how much is a Bentley worth?
Billy's like
100 grand.
100 grand.
The nigga say, look, the car's $150,000. He gonna try to sell it for 300,000 instead of saying, you know what, I got enough money. I'll sell this shit for 50 racks, man,
Right.
and still make some money.
I mean, if Jake's smart, you can open up a couple little businesses and pay somebody to manage the shit with the money you got.
Yeah, how many
and get money
businesses?
coming in.
I wanna know that. How many businesses does Floyd Mayweather own?
Right.
Besides the money team promotions and shit like that.
He got a strip club in Vegas, and other than that, I don't know what else.
Well, he can't own anything outside of Esau's permission because low key, if the nigga gets smart with his money, they gonna take it from him.
Yeah.
He ain't make that money because he just smart. He made the money because he's a bootlicking Negro for Esau, man.
Yep.
Yeah, he can box, but Esau exploited your talent and made money off you, man. Why you degrading your people? Clown. All right?
Because you got other Slovakia. But you got other stars is like this, that Bengals player, I think it was Champ Bailey. I think that was his name. But I might be wrong in the name. Nah, he was he was after him. but he basically got out, but he took the L, and he said he just took his money. He bought like a regular $100,000 house. And just lived off that shit, and is still living in it. He's not living in no mansion or nothing pretty, but he was one of the star NFL players. But he got smart with it. Said, "Hey, I'm just gonna live off the millions that I made. Put the shit in the bank. I'm gonna give me a cheap ass house, and that's what you're supposed to do."
It's easy.
Smart. You got all that money. You're a millionaire. You got $100,000 house. Guess what? You can pay your bills forever.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, because this is the time of Israel suffering affliction, man. We
Right.
went off from our power, man. We ain't supposed to be in fucking luxury right now, man.
That's right.
We're gonna be in luxury in the kingdom, man.
That's right.
We're gonna get our heart's desire in the kingdom once we get the crowns of, the princes of the Most High. But right now, we suffering affliction, like Micah. I forget the exact precept, but it's in Micah. It says, "I will bear the indignation of the Most High because I have sinned against Him."
Yep.
Right.
So it's like we gotta bear, being downtrodden, being called Negroes, and being called bywords and so forth, and working dead end jobs and so forth, because we sinned against our power. Now, are we capable of excelling to a certain extent? And as far as you might get a decent car, decent job, decent house. Yeah, that's we're able to do that, but we ain't supposed to be splurging on Bentleys and shit. If that's the case, you receive your consolation.
We ain't gonna be prospering.
Yeah, we're not prospering now. We're
Right.
very poor. And man, Mayweather, that nigga's poor compared to the elites, man.
God.
He's fucking poor. He ain't shit.
Yeah.
Cause the elites, they got, them motherfuckers got land. They got resources
Countries.
in abundance.
Right.
Shit, they got the
You know?
corona.
Yeah.
The whole coronavirus itself is worth more than your ass, Floyd.
Yeah. Cause they could sell that cure and get billions. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of power and control they have. And these elites own countries, man. Cause one of the Rothschilds said, "I don't care about the nation's laws. Give me their money and I'm good," basically, man. So we already know what they own, man.
And another thing too, man. Trump just signed his bill. I think $8 billion bill for this vaccination for this stupid coronavirus, which we said, like they said that they got matter of fact, I was just reading it, man. It said like animals or something is eating the damn money or something, eating
Rats
money.
or mice or
yeah, eating money.
Yeah, it was bringing that up.
Damn. Ain't that some shit?
Hey, that's spiritual though, man, because the biggest rat on this planet is Esau.
Right.
Go ahead. I got more on this precept real quick. It says here, who hate the good and love the evil, who pluck off their skin from off them and their flesh from off their bones. That's going to you Israelites. You guys that know the truth, that know better. Like that guy, Johanna.
Yeah.
He's supposed to know better, but he might don't. Because, obviously the Lord's Spirit is not dealing with that reprobate.
Yeah.
Teaching the man how we all got to come to his Passover. Look, man, we ain't trying to hear no damn Jodeci, man. All right? Them niggas are washed up. We don't want to deal with them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We want a solemn, Passover is very solemn. It was through the Spirit, and we rehearsed the righteous acts. We wasn't having a good time, man, all right? We wasn't in here listening to fucking Kool in the Gang.
Yeah.
We did the Passover according to the solemnity of the scriptures, man.
Right.
We weren't charging people for a piece of lamb. We didn't rent out a union hall.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It was among the brothers you see here. If other brothers from other state camps wanted to come, then that was cool too. But, we're cracking down now to the point brothers are keeping their own Passovers. This ain't open to the whole nation right now. Because that's just not what the Lord wants.
Right, because he invited G-Man. You think that's of the spirit? You inviting a shrimp-eating demon to your Passover, man? You got to examine yourself after that, man. G-Man?
Yeah, you look like the scarecrow off the Wizard of Oz, man. Old brown nose dude, man. So no, man, you going off, bro. And you don't repent, hey, you gonna be part of the judgment.
Yeah.
And we really talking to your followers because Johanna, man, we just don't know about you. We don't know you personally, but we've watched your works in the past. We've watched the way you've perverted the gospel. And the fact that you still denying that the mark of the beast is the chip, bro. You still denying that. But everybody got to come under you. That's nah, bro. It don't work that way. Scripture say, follow not a multitude to do evil. Use an evil, wicked Negro, man.
And that ain't personal. That's just coming off what the scriptures say.
Con.
Off the spirit, man.
Hey, for among my people are found
Wicked men. Yeah.
That's what the scriptures say.
Yeah.
And you are wicked. And men know you personally, have a first-hand account of you being wicked. Whatever, man. What you got, brother? Yeah, what's up?
God, I got that Isaiah 19 you called for.
Yep, go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 19 verse 1. The burden of Egypt, behold, Yahweh rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt. And the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it.
Right, the Washington Monument, these different churches in America. You know, you got out there in Oklahoma City, you got the statue of what is it? The Baphomet. Baphomet, man, straight up. And he has 2 children next to him, man. So that's a God that they practice a child sacrifice. They trying to get not only sacrifice children, but get the children to follow that wicked ways. Because Satan goes for the children, because that's the next generation. They want to do away with us and promote the wickedness to the children, man. Because the children's minds are impressionable. That's why Yahweh Shimon Shah, when he comes, the idols are going to be moved. All that shit is going to get destroyed. Because that's leaven. That's things that cause Israel to err. Because if Israel errs, the world is in error.
Right.
If we're in error, that means the whole world is in error. Because we're supposed to be the leaders of the universe, man. We're supposed to be the keepers of the commandments of the Most High. But yet, we strayed away from our power with all these idols that come, all these false doctrine, all this false ideology. You know, like a lot of our people, you think that you're equal to a so-called white man, man. You ain't equal to the white man. So-called the Esau, he's damn devil, man. Yeah. But that what? Because you learned that from an idol. That's why Yahweh Shimon Shai gonna have to come and destroy all your idols here. Even go on down to the fucking celebrities you worship. All them niggas, they ain't promoting the truth. Like nigga G Herbo, nigga said word to Yah in his new freestyle and everything like that. Well, cool, Jake, but look, you Jakes are half-assing it, man. You still are all that idolatry. You know, sitting there smoking weed and doing all this wickedness, man. Popping other men's wives. Read that again, brother.
Khan. It says, the burden of Egypt, behold, Yahweh rideth upon a swift cloud.
The swift cloud, those are the chariots of the Most High, the so-called UFOs. The nigga Lil Uzi Vert, he just came out with the album, man. He got the chariot right on his album cover. God. You know, niggas believe in the Martian theory and all aliens, but those aren't aliens. Those are the chariots of the Most High, which the scriptures speak of. You know, because, you know, them gray aliens, those goes back to demons. Like, I believe the demon Aleister Crowley called on, they got the concept of the Martian from that. Because it looked like a gray alien. And I believe his name was Iwaz or some shit like that.
Yep.
But that was just a demon, because the demons riding chariots too. Yeah. But the fact of the matter is, Yahweh Shimon Shai, which is our power, he's coming back on a cloud, the chariot, to come deliver his people and cause a lot of destruction through what you people call UFOs. So go ahead, brother.
And it says, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of
Go ahead.
And the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence.
Right, so he's going to come into Egypt. So he's coming to America. Because America is modern day Egypt. You know? Just like the scripture was reading in 2nd Ezra 15. I don't know if we got to that part, but it said, I will smite Egypt with plagues as before. So that means the Most High going to hit this place with plagues. All types of plagues, calamity, famine. And then Yahweh Shai gonna come with the chariots to Egypt. So that's heavy, man.
Say the fires are already gonna be kindled. And another thing that Esau knows is gonna be destroyed, because a lot of these movie covers, what's always destroyed? Statue of Liberty. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these movie covers, all these posters, it always showed it. Day After Tomorrow.
And that's an idol
Cloverfield too.
That's an idol in itself, because the Statue of Liberty goes back to a Roman god called Libertas. Which is basically another queen of heaven. You know, that's why all these fucking women is so fucking promoted here, man.
Right.
low life, dirty, cum guzzling sluts is promoted in America, man.
Yep.
That's why you got such thing as Instagram. So women are idols too. So you're gonna get fucked up when Yahushua returns as well.
That's right.
Hey, brother, you got it. Can I interject real quick?
Yeah.
This is the book about Isaiah 2, and I'm going to start at verses 17. It says, "And the loftiness of men should be bowed down, and the haughtiness of men should be made low.
Yep.
And the Lord alone should be exalted in that day. And the idols he should utterly abolish.
Yep.
And then they should go into the holes and the rocks and into the caves of the earth for fear of Yahweh, and for the glory of his majesty, when he arises to shake terribly the earth. And in that day a man should cast his idols of silver and his idols of gold, which they made each one for himself, to worship, to the moles and to the bats, to go into the clefts of the rocks and to the tops of the ragged rocks, for fear of the Lord, and for the glory of his majesty, when he arises to shake terribly the earth."
Yep.
Yeah, that puts a very vivid visual of just these so-called, UFOs and spaceships coming out. You got Jakes and niggas and Edomites looking up and just complete, utter terror and fear and running to their bunkers to take cover.
That's right.
I'm just visualizing this shit. Jake be looking out his window, seeing this shit, and packing his bags and trying to hurry up and run to find a place to go fucking hide, man. And Edomites is packing their shit going while these chariots is flying around, because they ain't gonna just zap everybody instantly. It's gonna be a process to it. Because the Lord said he's going to make us hunters to gather them out of the clefts of the rocks, the holes of rocks. So you're going to have a lot of people hiding and a lot of people, quote unquote, escaping initially to run for cover. Going in the sewers, all types of shit. These bunkers, regular caves, because caves are vast in every state. Hiding. But that's going to show that just gives me the visual of just the fear, the terror that Jake is going to have, man. Then you're going to see the angels coming up out of the chariots, and they're going to be reveal themselves to be horrible and terrifying to look upon. Just like that Foot Locker commercial, you had all types of creatures and stuff going on, and you had like big ass tentacles and shit wrapping around buildings. And the Lord's going to release that shit too. The Leviathan's going to be coming out, and strange beasts never seen before. That's UFOs right. Beaming up people, killing people. Diseases, you have fucking zombies and shit. All that shit is actually going to be happening. And it just goes to show that, hey, they know what the fuck is getting ready to come, but they just try to satirize it to make money off of it. But what it is, hey, that shit is actually getting ready to take place. It's going to be a real life horror movie out here, man. But for our sake, we're going to be rejoicing.
Lord's will.
Lord's will, we see a chariot, we run outside. Hey, bring us up. Get us, please. Thumbs up. Hey, come get us. We want to get on that ride. Praying to you, how about Shemi outside to come save us.
Yeah, the deliverance of the chariot is going to come in the moments when America's right before it's going to be destroyed. Yep. That's when we're going to, like I said, the elect shall scarcely be saved. It's going to be scarce because it's going to be so close to us being all killed, man. We're going to actually be seeing the cloud of fire coming towards us while the chariot is there, and Lord's will, if we be the elect, get beamed up. You might be thinking that, damn, is the Lord going to save me? Am I really going to make it? This fucking missile just hit, and bam, the Lord take you up, because it's going to say, like, what is it, like, in the twinkling of an eye. Just when your eye blinks, that's going how fast has the Lord has the ability to snatch you up out of the destruction, to where the mushroom cloud won't even touch the elect.
Lord will reveal that number of all us brothers in this room get beamed up instantly like that, man. That's why we're trying to make our calling and election sure, and the only way we can do that is by doing this work and having this faith. Yeah, that's the goal, man. Not fame glory like a lot of you Israelites out there.
Right.
You fucking guys worried about all being the commanding general over Israel and all that shit. This is not what we in the truth about, man. It's about trying to be saved. Because a lot of death is about to take off, man. It's gonna be very scary.
Right. Because if we make it, we all gonna have crowns on our head and shit on thrones, man. You niggas want the corruptible crown. That's why you got Jake's out here doing music videos, doing rap videos, man. Where in the scriptures does it say, go eat this whole roll and lay down 16 bars, man.
Right.
That's not in the scriptures. Say, eat this whole roll and go and teach to the house of Israel, man. You know, you niggas, man. I ain't gonna call y'all niggas, but you Jakes need to get in the right spirit.
Man, ain't niggas, bro.
We need to get in the right
Call it
spirit.
when it's called. Yeah, bro. Ain't no sin to calling Jake niggas. They niggas, bro.
Yes.
Nigga
Right.
just goes back to the word of life.
Yeah,
right.
The word of light.
Right.
You don't got the light. You just be
Right.
a nigga.
And the nigga know they niggas, man.
Right.
They say they call each other
Yeah,
niggas.
they refer to each other as niggas.
Hey nigga. What nigga?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's all Jake is.
Y'all want Ezekiel 7?
Yeah, go ahead. Y'all got any more precepts?
This is Ezekiel 7, verse 2.
I got
Also,
one more.
Okay.
okay. Also, thou son of man, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, unto the land of Israel, an end. The end is come upon the four corners of the
The
land.
end is coming upon the four quarters of the land. In this case, Babylon, man. Hey, bro, matter of fact, I want to bring this article out real quick
Okay.
before I forget about it. This is Spirit, we got this in a text message today. It is the coronavirus. Governor Kelly, Johnson County woman tests positive for coronavirus. First confirmed case in Kansas. This is in Topeka, Kansas. This is, matter of fact, this is 50 minutes away. I ain't gonna say an hour. It's 50 minutes away. It says the Kansas Department of Transportation, of Health and Environment confirmed its first presumptive positive case of COVID-19 in Kansas. The presumptive positive case was identified Saturday, which is today, with testing sent to KDHE's Kansas Health and Environmental Laboratories. It says the results will be verified by the Centers for Disease Control, which they are the ones responsible for this shit. It says, and prevention labs will be treated as positive unless determined otherwise. So basically they're telling you that if they deem this a positive case, they can pretty much create a narrative just off this case alone. You see what I'm saying? It says the woman is under 50 years old and lives in Johnson County. And it said that she is at home in isolation. Like, what the hell is home isolation going to do? Because what if she feels she's not sick and she may go out among the populace, then what?
Not to mention the several weeks where she could have the viruses incubating in her system and she was actually sick without knowing it.
Yeah,
And it's spread around to Lord knows who, man.
That's right. That's how this thing has been spreading so fast, because it goes 2 weeks without symptoms.
Yeah. This all this thing is just a justification, bring quarantines, martial law, mark of the beast, man. Because these elites want to crash the economy and bring the mark of the beast.
Yep, that's the end game. You know, but are we knowing this coronavirus at our doorstep? Are we gonna go out and stock up on guns and food? No, man. We gonna maintain our faith and integrity in Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You know, Lord will that we be the men that get protected, man. We plan on being all right, man. Lord's will through the Spirit. You know, we ain't about to start bugging out like you people, man. But continuing this Ezekiel 7, let's read 2 again. Also, thou son of man, thus saith the Lord unto the land of Israel, an end. The end is come upon the four corners of the land. Now is the end come upon thee, and I will send my anger upon thee, and will judge thee according to thy ways, and will recompense upon thee all thine abominations. So here you have Jake being undesirable for years, man. Years. Jake been gangbanging, killing each other for years, man. You know what I'm saying? Committing adultery for years, man. All of those things. Now is the time of judgment. Now is the time to pay for your actions, man. Because if you leave it up to Jake, this whole life is a free for all, man. They think you can do whatever the fuck you want and you gonna die a nigga. No, man. You gonna die being judged through the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai on this side, man. It says, verse 4, and my eyes shall not spare thee, neither will I have pity, but I will recompense thy ways upon thee.
Yeah, that pity, man, that feeling you get when you see something you see is weak, you gotta have mercy on it. You know what I'm saying? Like you see a helpless child, you have mercy. Like, oh, you know, he needs help. No, the Most High not gonna have that mercy.
Yeah.
You're gonna say, fuck that child. fuck this old lady.
What is that?
About to kill this bitch. That's how the Most High is gonna feel when the death angels get released. Kill this old man. Kill this old lady.
That's right. That's right. It says, but I will recompense thy ways upon thee, and thine abomination shall be in the midst of thee, and ye shall know that I am the Lord. Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahshua, and evil, and only evil, behold, is come.
Right.
We here to tell you that, man. We not about to be on that fake prosperity doctrine, man.
Especially dealing with Israel, because Israel is likened unto the Most High's beloved.
Right.
But he's not gonna have mercy or pity just because he calls you his firstborn. He's gonna fucking kill Jake out here.
Yep. That's right. That's right. And as we brought out before, it says he's gonna begin in my sanctuary first, man. So you Jakes is really about to get it, man. You know, and it says that only evil is come, man. And also scripture says the beginning of sorrows. Don't forget that, man. You think it's bad, it's gonna be bad when they start shutting down things like that. It's gonna go worse. Then they're gonna bring in the martial law troops. You know? Then they gonna start gunning you down if you ain't got the chip, man. You know, hey, that chip is gonna switch or put a dent in a lot of y'all plans, man. Because they ain't gonna be nice with it at one point, man. If you ain't got a chip, you gotta go, man.
Yep.
It's gonna level the playing field.
Yeah, kind it is. It is.
Matthew 24:7. It says here, "A nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there should be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in divers places." Okay, and divers goes into various different places. You had a what was that, earthquake? Well, no, it wasn't an earthquake. It was what happened down south?
Tornado in Tennessee.
Yeah, 25 people, man.
Yep.
And that's just on paper. It could have very well went through thousands. And there's a lot of neck bone eating niggas down in Tennessee, man. They probably in Sunday school and a tornado came and wiped them out.
Yeah, they love their pork too.
You know, yeah, and them some fucking sugar and grape eating niggas down there, man. Them niggas eat shit on every goddamn thing. They put sugar on fucking ice cream, man. How you put sugar on sugar, man?
Right.
Sugar syrup sandwiches, sugar in the oodles and noodles, sugar on pork chops. Like, damn, man, how much sugar you niggas want to eat down there?
Yeah.
And you wonder why you all diabetic, obese, you perverse the ways of life. You niggas belong in a hog bin, man.
Yeah.
And Corona, or whatever the hell it is the Lord gonna bring, is a fitting destruction for you Jakes, man.
God.
Cause you going down with your guy Esau. You going straight down with him. You gonna get the judgment that the fucking white man gonna get.
Yep.
Alright? The Lord ain't carrying you niggas into the wilderness, man. The Lord said, I'm not doing that shit again. Fuck that.
Yep.
Hell nah. Because, hey, we learned from what happened for you niggas. Look, we went in a circle 40 years just to kill you niggas off. Took 40 years to get a bunch of murmuring, backbiting, complaining that we still ain't slavery niggas to fucking die off, man.
Yep.
And this time the Lord just gonna fucking leave you here to burn, man.
Yep.
Talking shit, man. Here we ate manna all the time, angels food, and niggas still talking shit. Hit the Most High. We smoked the rock and get the water out. We got the chariot. We got the cloud by day, the fire by night. Eating good, drinking water. Hey, Moses had to cast the wood into the water, man, to make the water sweet for niggas, and they still was complaining about it.
Jake wanted to go back to slavery.
They said, look,
Take me back, bro. That's what Jake said. Hey, bro, I want to go back to the hard bondage, man.
That's a heavy fucking.
Man,
That's
fuck you
mental
niggas, man.
but guess what? These the same niggas we dealing with, man. That, hey, the snacker tube nigga that came up to the camp,
Yep.
that's the same motherfucker in the wilderness that gave the prophet shit. You get niggas secretly worshiping Kemet. When Moses went up into the chariot and dealt with the Most High for that short season, man, Jake was down there partying. Most High like, you better go see what's up with your people, man. They even had Aaron going off, bro.
Golden calf.
Yeah.
Fucking niggas, man.
To show you that a man of the Lord, if you consumed in too much around you, you'll fall, man.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta get away from it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
you can't go with the consensus.
nah, bro.
Niggas come to you trying to press you with a hard issue, you say no. Lord's will, we got that spirit too, because it takes a heavy spirit to you know, reject the wickedness of the world. It's easier said than done. You know, like Caesar, the Planet of the Apes movie, he like made the revolutionized thing saying no. He said no to it. He was the first word he said. No. He said no. He ain't listening to the motherfuckers. That's how we gotta stand for righteousness. Lord's will, we will do that.
Yeah,
Lord's will, we say that about the chip. Tell Esau no.
Yeah, because you got a nigga Jackie George come up to you and say, hey, put extensions in your goddamn head.
Right.
Then what? You know? Yeah, man, but I ain't got no more precepts, man.
I think I got one more.
Yo, go ahead, man.
This is second address 15.
Rest good tonight, brothers.
Verse 11, it says, "But I will bring them with a mighty hand and stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof."
Hey, look, man. COVID-19, that's just in one name. That shit can easily turn into something. That shit can be called the Terminator virus. They already got it in play what they want to do, man. Why you think Eagle-faced Trump already signed the bill? They know what they gonna do. They gonna force vaccinate you people. You ain't got the vaccination, they gonna do something to you. You gonna lose your jobs and stuff. This is the time that the faith is really finna be tried, man. So brothers, start exercising your resistance towards Esau now.
Yeah.
Because if you built up that resistance, man, hey, more than likely you ain't gonna take that chip. I got kicked out of, when I was working construction, I got kicked out of indoor construction because I refused to get the flu shot. That's when all that what was that swine flu shit was going on back in 2014. I refused to get that shit. They said, well, you can't work indoor construction. I said, well, okay. And fuck you and your fucking flu, man.
Yeah.
You can have it. Won't you get the flu shot, Trump?
I bet you half of them people never even got the fucking flu any damn way.
Stupid motherfucker.
Just blindly following.
Yeah, and then, hey, they give you the fucking virus, man. Hey, you think DJ gonna get the COVID-19 vaccination?
Yeah, they spray it in the fucking air. You goddamn hypocrites.
Yeah.
Right.
You spraying these fucking diseases.
Yeah.
They showed you in that movie Toxic Skies. They was spraying it, and then the bitch gonna say, oh, it's the chemtrails, and the dumb fucking cracker gonna say, who told you that? That's a conspiracy. But the motherfucker was behind it, man.
Yeah, for you brothers not in the know, look up Operation Sea Spray.
No.
They sprinkle 2 different bacteria over the Bay Area in the 1950s, man, and got all of the people sick. This is a declassified military document. They said straight up, they poured bacteria, which is bacteria obviously cause diseases. So how much more the coronavirus? They do that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's bigger than a rat eating a fucking dollar bill. You know.
You got some more on yours?
No.
Okay, this is going back to what was going into being holy, you know, being separate, you know, from these people. 1 Peter chapter 1 verse 14, as obedient children, not fashioning yourselves according to the former lusts in your ignorance. So we ain't about to be, you know, on that old nigga shit, man. You know, when the scriptures say you become a new creature in this thing. And that's, you know, when we do this Passover, that symbolizes our new year. So, you know, we try to become a upgraded version of ourselves each and every year, man. It says, but as he which hath called you is holy, so be ye holy in all manner of conversation. Because it is written, be ye holy, for I am holy. And if ye call on your Father, who without respect of person judgeth according to every man's work, pass the time of your sojourning here in fear, man. You know, so, you know, I just wanted to make that point. This is to where we not trying to be linked up with niggas, man. We not trying to be linked up with Edomites, you know. We trying to be with the brothers who in the same spirit, who got the same goals, man. You know, because everything else is non-profitable. You think a 2/3 nigga right now out here in these streets is thinking about getting on a chariot? Is thinking about Jacob's trouble? Is thinking about nuclear missiles?
He'll laugh at the fact of it.
He'll right. You come at him with that, you be like, man, I want some of what you smoking, man. But hey, we full spray how a shot say. You know?
And this scripture right here explains the holiness perfectly, because holy, you know, you separate ourselves. It means you refrain from the activities of this world.
That's right.
Because the worldly people, you know, of course, we exemplify that how we come together in unity. But on a single basis, you gotta refrain from these things on your day-to-day life, man. And your mind, it starts with your mind. But it says Isaiah 33:14, the sinners in Zion are afraid. Fearfulness has surprised the hypocrites. Who among us shall dwell with the devouring fire? Who among us shall dwell with everlasting burnings? He that walketh righteously and speaketh uprightly, he that despiseth the gain of oppressions, that shaketh his hands from holding of bribes, that stoppeth his ears from hearing of blood, and shutteth his eyes from evil.
Yep.
He shall dwell on high. His place of defense shall be the munitions of rocks. Bread shall be given him. His waters shall be sure. Hey, holiness, man, means you doing the opposite of the world, man. You despise the gains of oppression. You know, like these niggas that sell out for the bag. Keep your ears from hearing that murder. You know, which is all the basically the lies of the world. You speak uprightly. What are we speaking now? We're coming out in the scriptures. That's speaking uprightness. So, therefore, when the rest of the people in Zion, like I said, the sinners in Zion are afraid. When that happens, the brothers that have been practicing the holiness will be defended. And they said, he shall be given bread, and his water shall be sure. Damn.
That's all I got.
Just have a precept. You got more?
No, that's it on that, huh?
Alright, well. Hey, with that, we're gonna close out and give all praise and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
Double honors to the elders, the apostles, the great millstone. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. News in the gospel, brother of understanding we have by Shemiyah Shai, wherever it may be. We hope you brothers are enjoying this Pesach. Lord's will is the last one in this captivity we got to keep. Lord's will, we beat the hell up out of here in due time. And with that, shalom and above.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.